Good morning, Midnight's Edge fans. We're here to tell you that we have so much more to offer you now at our Mixed Tees store. Not just t-shirts and hoodies, but we do have plenty of those, and new designs for that matter. You can also get mugs, and of course our brand new limited Amber Turds stained blanket. That's right, just for your bed or wherever you need it. So head on over to Mixed Tees now and get all your apparel and goodies from Midnight's Edge.
Get up, wake up, this is your final warning. It's time for Midnight's Edge in the morning. The gang is ready to go and it's time for the show. It's time for Midnight's Edge in the morning.
Greetings and good morning, everybody. Welcome to Midnight's Edge in the morning. Brought to you by My Sanity. This morning we have the boss man, Andre, here. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Greetings, everyone.
Greetings. We also have Chris Brawley, a bleeding fool.
I'm here to serve. Glad to be here. Happy Friday, gentlemen.
Glad to have you. We also have Paul Chatto from the Great White North.
Yep. Hello. Not in my tuxedo today.
He's a boot to the head.
Boot. A boot.
Boot.
A boot.
Yeah. Well,
Get it
and
right.
also about your casual attire. It is Casual Friday, is it not?
True.
I guess. But good morning, everybody. Hopefully you're having a good day. We have one member chat to kick things off. Psy for Chaos is here. Good to see you. Good to see you. We need to do a member stream now.
We do. It's going
No.
going to be in the next few days. Stay
Right.
tuned. Next few days, and we're. I think we should do another one before New Year as well. We have yet to do a 10-year anniversary stream, and we have to do that while it's still the 10th anniversary year.
Indeed. So yeah. So good morning out there. What is in the news, Andre? I know YouTube picked up the rights to the Oscars. That was one thing.
That is one thing that happened.
You saw a
happened in the
movie?
aftermath. I saw a movie. I saw Avatar, and also in the news we have the Thursday figures for Avatar. We can begin with my review before we get into the box office. I mean, sorry, we're already in the office, most of us. Before I get into my thoughts on Avatar, which I already alluded to on X for those that follow me there, did anyone else here see Avatar: Fire and Ash?
No.
No.
All right. Okay. The movie. It's the first time I see a 3D movie since, well, Tron Ares. To be fair, I did see 3D in there. That was god awful, and it made the movie even worse. And before that, I don't recall the last time I saw a 3D movie, but that would have been years ago. And Avatar: Fire and Ash obviously is in 3D. So just seeing how good the 3D was reminded me of how good 3D can be from a technical perspective and how little I missed it. I have no need to see a 3D movie ever again, especially not one that's 3.5 freaking hours long.
Oh,
Because that's really my summary of Avatar: Fire and Ash. The movie is perfectly fine. It's perfectly serviceable. The problem with it is that it goes on and on and on and on and on and never freaking stops. It's like it never stopped. Like it's 3.5 hours, but it felt 6 hours. It's just like so much happening, so many storylines. Like Paulie of Latinos Land fame, he was quite right when he said that it should have been a streaming series, because honestly, it felt like binging a 6-episode streaming series. So like, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing that I can point to and say that could have been better, that could have been better. The whole thing could have been should have been restructured as a series of 2-hour movies with a little bit more comprehensive narrative in each, because you have like things that are set up in the beginning and they're paid off almost 4 hours later, and there's so many things happening in between. So that's really the criticism. It's too long and becomes a mess because it's so much jumbled together. The audience seems to be going so far, just not as many audiences as before. We have the early figures, and domestically, that's $12 million worth of box office went to see the movie on Thursday. By comparison, The Way of Water, when it opened a few years back, opened to 17 million in its Thursday opening. So it's actually a decline of 5 million. That's hardly a flying start, but let's see how word of mouth carries on here. But I'm sure the fans will dig it. But again, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just so freaking long.
Mm.
So long, so much, so overstuffed.
Have you you've seen all three then now, right?
Yes, I have seen all three. I mean, I was blown away by the first one, like everyone, but I found that it has extremely little rewatchability, especially when you take away the 3D aspect of it. The second one, Way of Water, I have to be honest, I didn't see it in theaters. I kind of wish that I did, because I would have been more engaged in it, but I couldn't be asked. It was too much of a chore to go see the second one when it came out. I did see it later. I did see it when it hit physical media, so then I did see it. And it was fine. I remember bits and pieces of it, but this thing, it assumes you have seen the second one, because it literally continues right where the second one ended. And I noticed that I struggled with seeing who was who and telling them apart and just remembering what had happened with these characters since the...
That's racist.
Yeah, I know, it's horribly racist. But blue on blue violence is a huge issue in this movie. Let's just put it this way.
It's terrible.
Haven't
Full
we seen
house.
these already? Oh, sorry, I was going to say, haven't we seen these already? Weren't they pretty much called Planet of the Apes?
Wow.
Well,
I mean, it seems a lot like the same ground. But anyway, go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
Fern Gully meets Planet of the Apes or something. Yeah. The consensus that I'm seeing online is that, it's a spectacle. Gunn knows how to do a
It is.
spectacle.
Yeah.
The first
Cameron,
half,
you mean? Cameron.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, James, one of those gems.
Well, he knows to do a spectacle too.
Yeah,
so.
right. And that the first half is kind of incoherent, but the second half is where it really takes off.
That may be true, but as for me, I was exhausted by the second half, and I can't really tell you where the first half ends and the second half begins, because it's just like stories. You're just bombarded with like things that I think should have been restructured for like 2-hour movies.
You're muted, Paul. Sounds like an endurance test.
I'm done. So that's not a movie to me. I mean, James Cameron was raised at the feet of Roger Corman.
Yeah.
Okay. And you get in, get out, you pay your ticket, you pay a ticket, get in, get out, enjoy yourself. That's it. You're done. Go off, get some drinks. I mean,
Well,
this bullshit is not, it's not cinema. I mean, unless
Cameron definitely believes his own hype.
well, of
that
course,
makes
and he's
sense.
allowed to. He's
He's allowed to, yeah.
But on the other hand, there are other things going on. I mean, but he's not Costa Gavras. These are not important themes that
He doesn't have to be any Gavras. He's James Cameron. But this is James Cameron who now believes he's James Cameron
Sure.
and can do no wrong. And because of that, he has like all of it, because he wrote really, really tight,
Yes,
inventive, and
knows how
cool
to.
scripts. I mean, look at Rambo: First Blood Part 2. That's him. He wrote that. Look at Terminator.
Yeah,
Look at
Terminators. Yeah.
yeah, all of these things. They're
So-
really,
so-
really straightforward, simple to follow, but good with a lot of context and stuff like or subtext baked into
He just
them.
started
Usually
believing his
very
own hype.
Really feel that.
Very lean.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
but
So my question
lean,
is,
yes, exactly.
my
Whereas this
question,
is dense and packed to the brim. Sorry, carry on,
Andre,
Chato.
my question to you is:
Yes.
do you get the sense that maybe he figured that this might be the last movie, and he kind of wants to tie up as many threads as possible, or does it really feel like there's another movie coming?
Oh, it definitely feels like there's another movie coming, or two or three,
shit. Okay.
because this isn't anything that concludes anything. No,
That
no,
doesn't.
no, no. This leaves the story wide open for the continuation. It just like finishes. Okay, fine. You won this one battle. Like for instance, where the movie ends, it ends after one battle is won, but it might as well have ended after the previous battle was won. That would have been an equally good place to end the movie. So it's just, yeah, fine, you won this battle, but the war is far from over. So
Oh.
there's something special about the end in that sense.
Well, and I think that's where he's been a little bit wishy-washy about the sequels, because, I mean, look at this opening. Is it a disaster? No, but that's a bit below the last one, and it's...
It is, but now it's all, but here's the thing. With the Avatar movies, I have learned since the first one, never count them out in
Oh,
the
no.
opening weekend or early box office, because you can't really assess them for a month, because these things have staying power. At least they've had up until this point.
I think the sheens wore off this one a little bit. And I have to be the one to remind everybody that James Cameron's only made one true sequel in his life. He's made sequels to other people's stuff, but the only sequel he ever made before this was Terminator 2. And we love it, but I have to be the first one to remind everybody that it's the exact same fucking movie as the first one. Literally, beat for beat, line for line. The only difference is roles are reversed. Now, that being said, we've seen Avatar how many times now? It's the same fucking thing every time. Nobody has told me anything about 2 or 3 that makes me go, oh, I gotta see that now, right? Like, they all sound like they're the same damn, like the Transformers. You seen one, you seen them all, because they're all exactly the same. And I'm assuming it's the same thing with this Avatar crap.
Kind of. I mean, the really new thing here is this new female character, the one you see all over posters and stuff like that. This one that Grace Randall thought was super duper sexy. And I suppose if you're a furry, then yeah, that's probably true. And she's an intriguing character, but really the only thing that happens right there is that it basically mirrors the villains, or that the villain gets to mirror the arc of Sully in the first place. Remember, like the problem with Sully, like the main Avatar dude, that he went native, and then he was really hated by the Colonel for this, right? And the Colonel died in the first movie, and his Avatar returned in the second. And
I don't care.
yeah, well, now he's the one who's going native with this super hot fire avatar, who's the one who's responsible for most of the blue on blue violence.
Here's my problem. I don't care.
Me too. But I'm with Tom. I haven't seen the first one.
I
The
don't give a
second one,
shit.
I'm not going to see this one.
I saw the first one, and I'm like,
Not
yeah,
even-
it's cool to look at, but there's nothing new here. There's nothing original here. He brought absolutely nothing new to the table. People could go, oh, 3D this all day fucking long. 3D has been around since the 1930s or 40s or whatever fuck it was. You're not bringing anything new to the fucking table, Jim. Nothing new.
Well, this one has blue avatar side boob, so all the furries will be happy about that.
There was
So-
plenty of fucking boob in the first movie.
I mean, I can go see 3D 16-minute reels at
I
IMAX.
can make that shit with fucking Grok right now if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I can make big tittied Avatar bitches if you want.
I want
I don't
Cameron-
care.
I want another True Lies type of movie out of Cameron. Forget all
Exactly.
the
When the
effects.
fuck is James Cameron going to make a fucking James Cameron movie again?
Mhm.
And get his head out of his ass. He has not made a fucking James Cameron movie since True Lies.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Titanic is a big load of shit. somebody who sat there and spent billions of dollars, because let me tell you right now, by the equivalent of what he spent on that, it's probably close to $1 billion. I'm making this movie that was nothing more than a Hallmark special. Let's be fucking real here.
It's very
And
well
then he
done.
makes Avatar, which Chris said, it's fucking Fern Gully all over again. It's a million other fucking things we've seen before. And I'm sick of people calling it Dances with Smurfs, and I'll tell you why. Dances with Wolves is a much better movie than Avatar ever dreamed it could be. Okay? Like, not even in the same fucking league. Right? Like, and they don't have that much in common other than somebody's adopting another culture. That's the only thing that's the same. Like, otherwise, it's like, this has been done to fucking death.
Yeah.
Like,
But here's
why
the
is
thing.
it?
Us
Why are we spending billions on
curmudgeon,
it?
Cranky old men, we're not the target audience. This
Maybe
isn't
not.
made for us. We just have to accept that. It's as simple as that. Like, it's obviously not made. Like, it's not made for you, but you don't have to like. You don't have to be interested.
No,
but
but I'm still
plenty
trying to
others
figure out
who are.
where are the people that go see these movies? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's all got to be outside the U.S. Because
Yeah, I think
all
a lot of
through
it
the
is.
Well, those 12 million at the Thursday box office was in the U.S.
Mm.
I mean, the only people, again, like with the second one, the only people that I know thus far, and again, it's early now, but with the second film, it took me a long time to finally actually meet somebody in my real life who actually saw the second Avatar. And I'm
Yeah.
sitting here going, because I've asked just about everybody, I'm like, did you see that? And they're like, no. Like, so where are these people that are going to see it? Like, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Evidently, again, hang around with people who are similar to you. You're not the target audience. Neither are the people around you. But the movie obviously have an audience.
Yeah.
But I do try to
And-
make sure I ask my family members that aren't the same
Yeah.
age and in the same demographic as me, Andre. You know that all the time.
Yeah, I know.
And that was
I know.
my point, is like,
Yeah.
I made that joke initially, but it rang true through a long time until I finally dated somebody who actually seen Avatar too.
That incidentally is why I had to go. Date night. So yeah.
And even they could have gave a shit. They were just like, yeah, it was another Avatar movie. Oh, speaking of, here's somebody who can tell you, because he saw
well-
it in his gay little Mexican hat last night.
Oh yeah.
You're muted.
That's not the
You're
Mexican
muted.
hat. That's a Christmas hat. And
I know,
Paul,
but he's
you're
muted.
Yeah.
It's his Noel hat.
I love it. I love it, Paulie.
Looking good.
Still can't hear you.
Still muted.
So they spent production wise
Yes, I was muted.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Everybody's muted.
Yeah, we were referring to Paulie first and foremost because he had to defend his hat right there. But
You guys were getting so heated that I thought I'm not joining this.
Tom's had a little more coffee than me this morning.
James Cameron has become like, okay, you know where Ridley Scott is on my level of Nemesis? It's plural with Nemesis, right?
Nemesis.
Yeah, James
Yes.
Cameron's like right there.
But at least
And
Cameron,
he's getting higher.
Paulie's
at
still
least
muted.
Cameron writes scripts.
Yeah.
No, but you know where he lost me, Paul? First of all, is when he's like saying like AI is good and all this other shit. It's like, motherfucker, you wrote the book on AI gonna kill us. And then he turned around and called us a bunch of basement dwelling nerds for counting pixels and grain in his movies. I'm like, motherfucker, you're the one that made us love movies like this. You were one of the main reasons. So shut the fuck up. Right? Like that's where I got pissed at him. And he is so over here now, believing and smelling his own shit. Like he is the South Park version of James Cameron.
Yeah, he is. It's getting the biggest release too. I think like 3,800 theaters or something.
James Cameron is still capable of going back and saying, you know what, I'm going to dip into my Roger Corman well and just make a nice, tight 90-minute movie.
You think
He's
so?
completely capable of it.
Oh, totally.
Maybe you should do it under the name Alan Smithy.
I'll play Truth or Dare with him. I'll tell him this. I'm like, I'll dare you. I'll make a Terminator movie while you go make a movie that's less than 2 hours long. We'll see which one's better.
True
gets it done
Lies,
first?
I can't watch again. That was just way too creepy. What happened between Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis? That just creeped me out.
Are we talking about the actors now, or are we talking about the characters?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I'm
Now
talking
Yes,
we hear
about-
you.
now we hear you.
Fuck,
now
man.
we're glad to have you join us.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Happy Noel.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz
Yeah,
Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Felicidades.
Now, finally, there's two people here that have seen Avatar, and one that saw it of his own free will.
Well, I saw it twice. Got to remember, I went back.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That because
That was a
as
free
I
will.
established before you came
What?
here, like obviously the movie is not for everyone. It's very clearly Tom is not the target audience. I saw it, but I didn't.
Tom.
Yeah, okay. The more I think
I
about it,
should
the
be,
less I
though.
liked it. But Paulie, you saw it twice,
Yeah.
and you didn't have to see it twice. So I'm guessing the second
Yeah.
one is because you enjoyed it enough the first time, which I don't blame you for.
Yeah. No, that wasn't the reason why I thought the second.
Okay, date night,
First of all,
because that's why I saw it the first time.
okay, all right. The first time was a press screening, so
Yeah,
you had, it was basically a private screening, and I was like, I need to see this with the general audience, like who goes to see these movies. I'm a fan of the movies before, so that's why I was like, okay, well, Chris Gore and all of them are gonna see the film, and we're gonna have our Christmas party before, so it was gonna, it was a fun night. That was the whole night. It's like, all right, I'll go see it again. So I was surprised that the audience really were into it, man. Like they were reacting and laughing and joy, like characters' entrances. Obviously, a lot of the dialogue that Quaritch had to say. Watching the second time, I was like, damn, he's got some good dialogue. He's saying some funny shit. The Stephen Lang character.
yeah, he's the best character now.
But let me people are already saying this in the chat. It's already out. I fell asleep.
Yeah,
But-
I wanted to because it was
Yeah.
just so overwhelming. But anyway, it only goes
Yeah.
to show for the people who are into this.
Yeah.
And this is what I saw with my audience. I was like, I was struggling to keep awake. I probably would have fallen asleep if it wasn't like such a freaking loud movie that kept me awake and everything, because I wasn't that engaged in it. But looking around, people were engaged. They, for the most part,
Yep.
were engaged.
Yep.
Did you feel like it was saving lives and humanity?
No, but people are having a good time, man.
James
what?
Cameron says that the Avatar movies are saving humanity's collapse from Trump.
So I got a lot more out of the second time, and
No doubt it's going to be a deep film, but I think I know how you watched it twice. You fell asleep during the first one, and then they just left you in the theater until the second one started again.
But see, here's a
The next
disclaimer,
day.
guys. No matter what movie I start at after 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I fall asleep because
Yeah,
I'm up at
You're
5.
an old man now.
I'm up at 5. So it's like, it's not the movie, it's me. I finally got to, when you sit in those recliner seats, buddy, you're out in 20 minutes.
So what did you see in the second viewing that you didn't see in the first?
I thought
The Avengers trailer.
I saw the trailers, but we can get to that in a minute.
I heard your reports on those.
Oh, thanks. I really thought the Ash Queen, her character, I got to see her character more. The
Yeah,
second one.
Barangi.
Yeah, I was like, she had a great entrance.
Yeah.
I was very impressed. And her and her banter with Quaritch was great.
Yeah, the two of them made the movie, and
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be so much fan fiction about those two. I mean, you have like all the Grace Randolphs like that, who freaking love that thing. And there's no need to ship it because I mean they were screwing like teenagers. So yeah.
Right. They really hit it, but it was pretty funny how they hit it. But the thing is that there's no reason why this movie needed to be this long. The
No,
storytelling didn't demand it.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, kudos to you. You were 100% right in that. Story-wise, this is a streaming series. I mean, this is a full season that's just played.
That would have been amazing. That would have
But
been.
that's kind of like what it was. I mean, you just lift it up, and it's
Mhm.
a streaming series. Because to me, it felt like binging a whole streaming series in one go.
But that being said, Andre, the audience was into it, and then afterwards, we were doing
they
it
were.
out of the theater. We were hanging out. People had their other circles hanging out. They were just like excited. So whatever, it has an audience. I also did get. Did you get the lanyard?
No, there. I mean, I saw it in Norway. There's no giveaways, and we didn't even get an Avengers trailer.
So this is a 3D, like the hologram lanyard of Avatar,
Okay,
and it
cool.
kind of moves and all that little bird there, and then it has the lanyard thing. I'm gonna give this away on our Christmas stream next week.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, the only thing I ever got in the theater was like 1 year ago, and I got like some like movie sales for Nosferatu.
nice.
Yeah.
But even I was sitting with Derek, the DA, Derek Anderson, and we did our out of the theaters, and he enjoyed it more than he thought he would. But it's like, it's like I'm not going to see it again. He was saying, and I get it, but
Movies should not be homework.
yeah, but we're kind of like not. I hear you, Chato, but we decide to go on those to go see the movies for the channel, for our channels.
Sure.
It's a
Yeah,
little different.
exactly.
Where,
Yeah.
it's nice to go and see a movie where it's like, no, I'm not going to review it. Like we're just because Romy will ask that, are you going to review this? I'm like, nope, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't promote my channel as a review channel, so I try not to go to see movies just to have content. And I don't mean to say that that's what you guys are doing. That wasn't my intent. You are a review channel. It's part of what you do for a living. Although I don't think I could ever watch the volume of movies Chris Gore sees.
Oh yeah.
No, that's a lifestyle. So yeah.
That's a lifestyle, and Alan Ing. But I do respect the fact that you go out and do it and do what it is that you're doing. But for me, I'm finding it more and more of a chore. I mean, again, it's like looking back to the Oscars from past years, and I'll go, I watched 4 out of the 5 movies that are nominated, and now I'll watch 1 out of the 10 movies that are nominated.
Yeah. I just want to address this comment right here. Picasso wonders, is the Ash Queen, does that mean she's a black woman? No, she's a blue woman wearing blackface. So,
yeah. And they have that tribe, which I thought was very interesting. It's almost like they needed their own film, Andre.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, that's the most interesting thing so far. That whole tribe of basically Satanists.
Right. They
are
back to Yahweh.
Yeah.
And they follow her, and they're pretty much.
I did it Yahweh.
I did it Yahweh. What's up, Chris? What's up, buddy? Merry Christmas. Merry Chris.
Christmas.
I'm well. I'm kind of curious what you guys think is going to come in second, because we know this is going to be the number one this weekend, but you've also got the SpongeBob movie, The Housemaid, and I think a sleeper hit is probably going to be David, which has already done 14 million in pre-sales. So which one of those you think will do second place?
It's going to be Anaconda.
No, it won't.
You just asked me.
You said, I gave you 3 choices.
What do you think? I know what I'm giving.
I think it'll be David. And then I think it'll be SpongeBob. I think it'll be Housemaid, and then I think it'll be Zootopia 2. That's going to be your top 5.
Is this on this weekend? The Will Arnett movie?
No,
that's not on yet. Is this
I don't think
on?
so.
Okay.
Oh wait, so this weekend Anaconda's not even opening yet. But my bad.
Which is why it won't be second.
I was about to say, yeah, that's that. It won't be a second. I actually kind of like want to see that Anaconda remake. Looks like,
yeah,
but yeah, I was like, who the hell would want to remake Anaconda? I mean, just do another Asylum level sequel if need be. But their angle actually seems cool.
This is outrageously silly.
Yeah,
that's
it
what
was
I mean.
outrageously silly the first time.
No.
And it became outrageously sillier for each consecutive time. There's like 5 of them or something.
So yeah, I mean, so out of these movies that are out this weekend,
yeah, who's chasing Avatar for second?
What are the choices again?
SpongeBob, Housemaid, David. Those 3 are opening this weekend.
I'd say SpongeBob.
Okay. Yes, fair.
Yeah.
I still think there's some split on the Zootopia too. Like if they haven't gone to see either yet, they're going to go, well, let's go see Zootopia.
I was about to say you could have like a furry double feature between Zootopia and Avatar. It'll be a whole day event, but yeah,
Housemaid has
Might
been
need a
getting good
sponge
reviews.
after all that.
yeah, for sure.
What's that, Paul?
Housemaid has been getting good reviews.
It really has. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say between now and January, first week of January, like it's just, I'm really curious to see how all these movies do, just because, we're back on just vacation mode. So, there's those movies you mentioned, and Anaconda opening on Christmas Day. And
Yeah.
is Song Sung Blue already out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
Isn't
that's
Housemaid the Paul Feig movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. Your favorite, your boy.
Thriller. I think the Song Sung comes out Christmas Day, if I'm not mistaken. But it's getting good reviews. Have you been able to see it yet, Paulie?
Anthony, one of our writers saw it,
Okay.
loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, loved it. And
I think this is going to be a better
they
December for box office than last year.
I think it's good. There's going to be a nice diversity of stories for all the families to see. Yeah,
Mhm.
and then our writers loved Anaconda. Said it's like 8 out of 10. They were like,
Wow.
cracking up. Yeah, like comedy is back, that type of thing. So I'm
Ooh.
really curious to see what Chato and Tom think.
Yeah, I'm going to go see Anaconda. I wanted to see the British one. Has that come out yet? The Facking Hall? Fackham Hall? I've been waiting for it to come out.
I don't know. One more thing about David, though. They had the David red carpet at the theater we were at. That was
Is this a
interesting.
biblical movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Moses came on by. He didn't parted the red carpet.
Part of the red carpet. Oh, that's good.
Like,
Did anybody catch the red carpet at SpongeBob? I thought it was a porn awards or something.
whoa.
Spicy, icy spice singer or something. She showed up in her underwear.
Oh no.
It was
she's
crazy because
nasty.
she sang one of the songs on the soundtrack. And I'm
Oh.
like, this is a children's movie.
That's not cool, man.
Not
She's a
at all.
spicy ice.
Spicy ice. That's right. Yeah. It was skanky
Yeah.
ice is what it was. It was awful.
She's pretty skanky, man.
Well, yeah.
And
Well,
she's good friends with Taylor Swift, so you might have seen her like at the football games with her.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of parting, Paulie, you promoted a Latina actress in a beautiful cream dress with a nice parting of the midriff.
Yeah.
I was going to text you. She was stunning.
She's
Do you know
gorgeous,
who I'm
man.
referring to?
Yeah, of course, Melissa Barrera. Yeah.
Yes.
She,
My gosh, that's
I mean, will she? Okay, that being said, will she make you see the Simu Liu Copenhagen test? Because she's the co-star.
I'll wait for the depending if she's wearing that dress or not.
She's the
I dropped it
co-star.
in the chat if anybody wants to see the SpongeBob business. I think David will do well. Angel Studios probably needs a win after that all the hate that the Animal Farm trailer's getting. It's like an unforced error.
That's really not cool what you wore.
No,
That's
not at
really
all.
cool.
Not at all.
Not to a SpongeBob. That's pretty
No.
disgusting.
And what do you do in that situation, Paulie? Like you're the organizer or whatever. She shows up and you're like, oh my, put a bathrobe on or something.
Unfortunately, I don't think Hollywood and their PR people think like that. I mean, unfortunately, this is a role model. You're looking at young kids there.
As much of a pervert as I am, I never thought I'd be the guy to say that. Don't women realize that sometimes, part of the appeal is the reveal?
Yeah.
Like when,
Well,
I mean, if you showed all the goods off before, anyway.
Is she in the movie?
She sings.
she sings the song. She's an artist. But that's like the thing right now this year. Like red carpets, they're showing their They're see-through stuff a lot. Sydney Sweeney, Dakota
Yeah, I was going to say
Johnson.
Sydney Sweeney did
So
it.
I swear the next one's going to show up that they're going to be completely covered from head to toe, except for their tits and their bush is going to be hanging out. That is literally going to be the next person comes out and does that.
Didn't
That or
Con-
Kanye's going to come out with just his dick hanging out.
I was about to
of him.
say, didn't Kanye's girlfriend come out just totally naked?
Pretty much. No, it's getting close to that at this point. You're not wrong.
Well, you also have like the chick who's playing Elenia in the Marvel movies. I forget her name. The British chick.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, you know what?
Yeah,
You get one
Florence
She
chance.
Pugh.
basically came out. She basically came out topless during one of these awards.
You know what? The thing is, though, you get one chance to put some memory hole into your brain, and these women are going, okay, this could be the last time I'm going to be on the red carpet. So I want people
Well, yeah,
to be
'cause they're-
repeatedly running.
And
my
also, these
video.
people, they
Yeah.
team around them. It may not be themselves making all the decisions. More likely than not, they have a PR, they have a manager who's just going to do this. We're going to get this engagement, and we're going to get all these clicks. We're going to finagle that to get these and these opportunities.
Well, the video of this pink-haired
Yeah.
woman, she's enjoying herself.
Yeah.
Way
Yeah.
too much.
So are the 8-year-old boys who've discovered a boner for the first time.
Except she's got a belly. She's in terrible shape.
She's thick. They call that thick,
Yeah.
Paul. THICC. I think that's how it's spelled. Thick.
Hey, SpongeBob.
what is it, Pep? What is it, SpongeBob?
Hey, Patrick. Hey.
You got to say something though about what they're seeing, Paul. You got to really make us laugh.
That's Paul's
Hey.
impression of trying to be cool at Thanksgiving.
oh,
Hey, look, there's a jellyfish with pink hair. Let's go capture it. Hey, Patrick. Get out of here, SpongeBob. You're bothering me.
now that's
But,
Squid.
let's
was
do a couple of super chats before we move on.
Let's.
My
Let's
claim to
please.
fame doing the cast of SpongeBob.
We got this man has actually done cartoon voices, and he sits here and does like a mediocre SpongeBob, and
that is not a mediocre SpongeBob.
You know, in an
It's
alternate
mediocre.
universe, you actually could have been SpongeBob.
Yep.
see now if
I
you
think
were
it's a
Trying
SpongeBob.
very hard.
Can you do Kermit the Frog though, Paul?
A very bad Kermit the Frog.
Okay.
Hi,
Not
hello,
much
read
worse
this
than the
as
guy
Kermit
who's
the
doing
Frog.
it now.
Seth
Yeah.
Rogen is involved with the Muppet Show reboot. Wonderful.
Well, we'll see. You know, well, I mean, again, before we crap on Seth Rogen, let's see the product of his work.
I will say this, and I know everybody
Say
hold
it.
on to your fucking
Say
seats. My favorite movie of the year so far
No.
stars Seth Rogen.
No.
I know.
Good Fortune?
Good Fortune so far. I've watched that movie like 4 fucking times. It is hilarious. I love it.
It's
I don't
not-
know why.
It's good,
It
but
is
it's
a
not my
fun,
it's
sweet
not my
little
favorite
movie.
comedy of the year.
It's
This
so
year's
far
Better
I've
Off
not seen
Dead.
anything else that was better.
Mm.
What was that?
You-
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said it's
Chris?
this year's Better Off Dead. You know, that movie you can just keep watching.
It kind of has that element to it. It has a very like Wonderful Life Christmas Carol kind of thing going for it, but it's not a Christmas film.
You're gonna
Keanu
kill me.
Reeves is the core of the movie, right? And the funny thing is, I watched him in the making of it, and he's like so humble. He's like, you know, they're talking about how he's surrounded by all these comedians. It's like, dude, this motherfucker started as a comedian. Did they forget he was Ted? It's like, and that's basically what he's doing here is channeling Ted all over again, but just not a dumb version, right? Like he's just like an innocent child kind of thing more so than anything. But no, I actually enjoyed it. But now Seth Rogen on the Muppet Show. Disney's desperate to do something with the Muppets, evidently. And why does everybody keep going to Seth Rogen for this shit? This is
That's
what I
what
don't
I'm
understand.
wondering. I mean, the name it's the only name really associated in the teaser that they came out with.
Well, actually, I can tell you why. I can tell you why they go with him. And Paulie,
Yes.
with your industry connections, let me know if I'm right in my hunch in why they keep going with Seth Rogen. The people who are making the decisions, the people who are making the hiring decisions here of which pitch to go through. You have maybe 10 teams coming for them with pitches of properties that they need to revive. And the people who are responsible for doing this, unfortunately, for the most part, don't know what the property is. They don't know what it represents. And because they don't know that, they have no independent way of saying what would be a good take and what would be a bad take. But here comes a person whose name they have heard, who is familiar in Hollywood, and who know, oh, this guy is popular. I mean, he trends this and this much on Parrot Analytics. It's been doing this. It's been getting all these headlines. We're going to go with his take. I'm sure it's fine. And then they ignore maybe 5 other takes that would have been better for the properties because they're not as familiar with the people responsible for them. So it's all about the face and the brand. Seth Rogen, like it or not, is a brand. It's a brand that where the people making the green lighting decisions, they know what they get, so they go with him. That about right?
He's a mensch.
Or my way up.
He's a mensch, and they love him. He's got a good rep, and you got to remember. I mean, I accept that. I'm just, there's probably a little more background in the fact that he's.
Well, of course, but he's a known commodity. They know what they get with him.
But he's safe. He is one of the safe, funny Jewish boys. They love that, right? And he comes from that, and it's not a knock. What's that? Take care. All right, you going?
I think that was supposed to be muted. I think probably.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, carry on. So he's a safe choice.
He's very safe. He comes from that school after Adam Sandler. He's with Jason Segel, Paul Rudd, and James Franco. Besides Franco, all those guys have had real nice, solid careers, and they're still working. He's kind of elevated now into that next level of Ben Stiller, where he's just the go-to for Hollywood. He's edgy enough, but he's not really. But for Hollywood, so yeah.
Well, there you go.
Well, and no matter what we think of Seth, Hollywood loves him, right? So it's not like I have to. I might not like his take on the Turtles, but the studios thought it was great, and we're rolling with the TV show and everything else, and
people are asking me in the chat, Polly, Seth Rogen's not fun at all. That wasn't the question. The question was, what does Hollywood think of Seth Rogen?
Exactly. It doesn't matter if we think he's funny
right.
or not, because we don't decide. It's the people who are making these decisions. They're the ones that decide.
Right.
That was the question. Yeah. And whether you or we think he's funny or not is honestly a matter of complete indifference.
Here's my problem with it. It'd be one thing if Seth would come in and actually have good takes. He has had one good take going all the way back to Green Hornet. Motherfucker is...
God, I forgot that movie.
He doesn't have a talented bone in his body. I got more talent in my left fucking nut. The only reason people pay attention to him is because he was a part of a TV show that nobody fucking watched, and everybody was pissed that got canceled after nobody watched it.
Geeks and Geeks, yeah.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Like, who is this guy? Why does everybody keep turning everything over to him? Because I can't believe he's coming into these meetings going... Like, I've got this great idea for the Muppets. Get this.
Well, Paul just explained it. There's nothing
I know,
more
you're
to
100% right. It's because they go, oh, Seth Rogen wants to do this? Sign him up now, because they think we love him like he's the ultimate fucking geek. No, we don't. We hate what he represents of us. Because all he does is look at, if you think that's what normal, average, 40-something-year-old white guys are in America, that's me. That's not most of the people. And I hate Seth Rogen, and I can relate to him the most.
To be fair, though, when was the last time Disney handled the Muppets the right way?
Not good. And you mentioned Segel. That was the last time that the Disney and the Muppets were actually handled well, was when Segel made that Muppet movie. That was the last time.
Segel went serious, right?
So,
it wasn't super serious, though. It was good.
He went. Like his career.
Oh, you mean in his career? Yeah.
Like,
no, but as far as the movie goes, most of the fans, though, will consider that an actual Muppet movie, right? Like, because there's tons of Muppet movies, but there's only like a select few that fans consider canon.
Coming out of 40-Year-Old Virgin, they're all incredibly talented, man. And then he wrote Superbad.
He played a great cop in Superbad with Hader.
Pineapple Express. He's done. He's arguably in the aughts, he was really kicking ass as a.
He's Kevin Smith, but got lucky. That's what he is.
I freaking love Pineapple Express, though. That's a
Mhm.
brilliant.
I do too. I
movie.
love 40-Year-Old Virgin, and I really love Superbad. But the point is why does everybody let him do that? It's kind of like, it reminds me of Paul Feig. Let Paul Feig do Paul Feig. Don't give him Ghostbusters. Same thing with Seth Rogen. Let Seth Rogen be Seth Rogen. Don't give him Ninja Turtles and the Muppets.
We'll give him the studio. I heard the studio was great, right? Anyone
Whatever.
see that?
Nah, cliche.
No? Okay.
Tiresome.
Anyway,
No.
let's see
Anyway,
what else is going on in the super
but all
chats.
that
Yeah,
being said, Tom, you actually liked him in this fucking movie.
I did. I got to admit that. But
There
he's
you go.
playing an asshole through most of the movie, too. That helps. Jill Rivers, the River daughter, has been here for 19 months. Thank you, Jill. And then I think this is Accident Seller says, Andre, have you seen Troll 2? Is it good? Looks like taking place in Trondheim. Seeing the movie poster, Troll 1 was okay, had annoying characters.
Yes, I have seen it, and I like. I didn't like Troll 1. I thought it was okay at best. It's like a very cheap American kaiju movie. It just so happens to be set in Norway with Norwegian characters speaking Norwegian. But it's a very shallow kaiju movie with some nods here and there to mythology. That's what it is. Troll 2 is more of the same. It wasn't for me. The movie that I cannot recommend highly enough, however, is Troll Hunter. So please never ever confuse Troll Hunter from 2010, I believe, with these Netflix troll movies, because Troll Hunter is amazing, and you're better off seeing Troll Hunter once than both Troll 1 and Troll 2 on Netflix consecutively. So yeah, like if you're bored, sure. It's fun to see Norway torn up by trolls, but beyond that, I mean, it's not a lot there. So no, I'm not a huge fan of it. Did not care for Troll 2.
The Troll 1, is that the one where it's like the big giants in the mountain? When you
Yes.
wake up?
Yes.
Yeah. I had a good lead up, but then like the last part of it was kind
I got
It's-
Troll 1 and 2 right here, and I've had them for years.
Yeah, that also is probably more fun than these ones.
I think I saw the first one. I thought it was all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
It was all right.
It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. Same with the second one. Like, it's all right, but it's nothing special.
Is it connected to the first one?
Yes,
Okay.
same
Good.
characters,
Mhm.
same. It's you'd be well of actually reviewing the first one before seeing the second, because you kind of like
Rewatching
set
it.
it up. Yes,
There you go.
but,
Oh my God.
if you're gonna watch Norwegian movies, I have much stronger recommendations for you than Troll 1 and Troll 2.
Then we got BK Blair, who's been here for 27 months. Thank you so
Oh.
much for that.
And I just wanted to mention, Paulie, with regards to the studio, this is my prejudice. Number one, I'm not a big fan about entertainment movies about the entertainment business. I have a prejudice against it. There's the odd one that's good, like The Player. You can point some other ones too, but
Hey, just referenced a movie that's like 40 years old. So yeah, it's very
Right.
rare.
The Offer, even though
um,
it's not a movie.
I've
but-
not seen it. I don't have Paramount. I've also heard from other people that it sucks bad. So
No, you haven't.
Yes,
That's
I
a
have.
lie.
I,
No,
I-
you have not. No,
I
sir.
And then there's the George
They're lying
Clooney-
to you.
my point is that I don't understand why people in Hollywood keep making movies about Hollywood in a way they think normies think Hollywood works. Any of us who have been in the business, I watched the studio and I went, I don't recognize any of these people. They're exaggerations, maybe. Yeah, there's some outlier crazy people, cocaine fueled executives, stuff like that. But it's almost like they did a parody of it. And I don't understand how they think it's funny. Do they think that this is the way Hollywood works? I just don't get it, because I don't recognize the PR person. A lot of these people would not exist in a high level professional way. They might exist at a lower level, crazy canon movie kind of way. Another 40-year-old reference. But the people who are good at their work are really good at their work, and you've met them, Polly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at. I think movies or anything that has to do with like whether the subject matter is the industry. No one gives a shit unless it's like a horror film or it's a commentary, it's satire, they're taking a piss out of themselves. You could even say to a certain degree, Tropic Thunder did that.
Yep.
Which was brilliant.
Yep.
And the star example, of course, is Bowfinger with Steve Martin,
which was fantastic. Love
that. Is fantastic. I mean, that is the quintessential Hollywood on Hollywood movie, which is actually so cool and so good that it is accessible outside of it. Beyond that, as someone outside, I mean, honestly, I probably at this point be more interested with a movie about plumbers and the intricacies of draining that pipe or plugging this toilet or something. It's about as interesting as in how to come up with this or that thing. But yeah.
And then Accident Seller, I believe this is, sends in another 25 Norwegian Kronen and says, and did you see There's Something in the Barn? Hashtag Nisi, I think it's
Nisa.
I think I have seen this a couple of years ago, if this is the movie I think it is.
Because you see here, this actually looks a little bit more like that troll movie that you had, Tom. This is
that's what I was gonna say. I think I've seen this. Yeah, this is up my alley. Yeah,
this is a very, very cool movie. It's Martin Starr, who you will remember from actually Freaks and Geeks with Seth.
He's in Tulsa King now. That's why.
He's in Tulsa King, and he's also the teacher in the Spider-Man, Disney's and Sony Spider-Man home movies. He's like the teacher there. Anyway, in the movie, There's Something in the Barn. He is actually someone whose family hails from Norway. And then they go back to a farm that they inherit in the Norwegian countryside, where they encounter the nisser of Norwegian folklore. It's basically goblins. They encounter the Norwegian Christmas goblins. No, you do not want to encounter them. This is a very cool movie. So yeah, see this one before you see Troll.
Where can we see that one?
I'm sure it's I don't know where it's streaming.
I'll look it up.
I don't know where it's streaming, but it's on physical media. You can see it on Blu-ray, but it's probably streaming somewhere. I don't know where.
Oh yeah, it's here. Okay.
Yeah. Where is it streaming?
You can if you have a Star subscription, AMC Plus. And so it's all over,
multiple choices then.
For a couple bucks. You can rent it for a couple bucks. There you go.
Like this.
So you're saying it's worth the rental? You're saying it's worth
the rental. It's worth the rental. Only buy if you're a fan, but it's worth a rental.
I want to say I originally stumbled on it on Netflix or something like that, but yeah. And there you go. I'm trying to remember how old it is because I know it's been a little while.
2023.
Okay, maybe not that long.
Yeah, it's fairly new.
Okay, for some reason it felt like it was older. Crass Socks has become a member. Well, thank you, Crass Socks. We appreciate that. Super Mastermind sends in 5 and says Disney will break up a few companies after the current people running it have their fill. They will move too far away places then. Do you mean like they'll break up the company into like Warner Brothers is going to be doing with Netflix? Is that what you're getting at here? I think. You guys think that's a possibility after a couple of years that Disney would go through the same kind of thing?
You know what? The corporate world right now is in upheaval as we are approaching the cyberpunk and Blade Runner future, where you have a few mega corporations running the world. Cyberpunk has been warning of that since the 90s, and we're seeing that right now with Google being one of them. I would say that as of today, it's unthinkable that Disney would split itself up into smaller companies. But hey, give it 5 years. Who the hell knows? Maybe at some point they decide, you know what, we're going to separate the entertainment assets from the real estate. That should happen.
I can see that because didn't National Amusements kind of do that with Paramount earlier on before they sold it
you
off.
can have
spun it
all
off or whatever.
kinds of you can have all kinds of like corporate things. I mean, you saw it. So like even National Amusements, they did that, separating.
That's what I
the
just said.
TV and movie side. That's what I mean. Yeah, I'm just clarifying what they did.
Oh, okay,
They
sorry.
separated the TV and movie side into different companies because they had one company that did TV and movies, another that did TV and movies, just mixed them and split them apart. So of course, yeah, it can happen. I don't see it happening anytime soon, but long enough time scale, sure, why not?
So what prompted this Disney fights for their future comment? Well, what
That's because what prompted that title, that was because I needed something to put in the title, and we see that they're using Avatar big time right now.
Oh, I
to
see.
promote Avengers
I-
Doomsday. And I didn't even get the trailer for it in Norway, which pissed me off. That was
I think it's the actual
got
opposite,
it.
Andre. I think they're using
I got to see it.
the Avengers trailer to help boost Avatar.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
well,
Because the thing
you
I've been
bring
hearing
both.
more so is that they were worried, and we see it's having kind of a soft-ish opening. Now I know saying a $12 million preview is soft is stupid, but when you're talking about, like you just said, it's $5 million less than the last one.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a drop. And when you
It
start
is.
extrapolating that out into the next couple of weeks, that $5 million drop could turn into 500 million.
I think we should get onto this YouTube buying or licensing the Oscars.
The Oscars thing, yeah, that's a good. Let's grab a
think
few more
you've
super chats
exhausted,
here.
Before you go there, before you go there, I'm
and
just
before you go there,
yeah, just before you go there.
yeah.
That's all I wanted to say. Thanks.
Okay, well, let's finish up these James Cameron super chats and then we'll talk about the Oscars. Accident Seller also says, James Cameron, I obtained 35mm scan of Terminator 2 in 4K. I'm enjoying the shit out of that. So eat it, James Cameron. You can't stop me. I know. I think I have that same scan. Shanatsky has been a member for 41 months. Thank you for that, Shanatsky. And then Accident Seller sending in another 100 Norwegian krona. He's kind of our sponsor this morning.
Yeah,
Andre,
indeed.
Tom, and Panel, a new retro Terminator 2 side scroller is out. I saw that. Called No Fate. I'm having a blast with it. It's for all platforms. The devs even said that they could port it to Sega Mega Drive eventually.
Yes.
Oh, now you're
There we
talking
go.
Andre's.
Yeah.
Look, Andre lit up, boy.
Yeah.
I think that's the most excited I've seen him for a while.
I know. Did you just see that reaction?
You know, I
He
have
has
seen-
emotions.
I've seen the trailer for that game when it came, and I was like thinking, dude, why didn't we get that game when
When we were
that
younger?
movie came out? Because there's actually on the Sega Mega Drive, there's 2 Terminator 2 games, and they're both shit.
Well, that's because he couldn't port the arcade over correctly. That's why. And then he sends in another 50 Norwegian krona. Thank you to Accident Seller. Says, only bummer is that they could not get Arnold's likeness, and the game has less T800 segments that I would like, but otherwise fantastic new retro game. Yeah, I've seen some neat stuff with it, but yeah, Arnold can be a bit of a stickler sometimes. He's weird with that because they had that same problem with some of the Terminator figures. Like he just wouldn't license his likeness out. So if you notice, like a bunch of them, they made sure the face was always mangled enough. But then eventually he did say yeah, and some of them are out there because I have like the original '84 Terminator figure now that's his full face. But
Yeah.
like anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keep
no,
going here. We got Accident Seller who says also, okay, no Xmas gifts this year. I spent on super chats. Well, thank you,
Well,
Accident Seller, and hopefully your
Money
family
well
forgives
spent.
you.
And yeah, this show brought to you by Accident Seller.
All right. So let's yeah, here's a good question. Tennille asks, Daddy Tom, why is Seth Rogen? I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
Just going back to the scanning of images, there's news that I guess the Actors Union are, as a way to just fight AI, are now saying no more scanning of members, period, done.
Wow.
They just mentioned that in a release.
What do you mean scanning them?
They're like spitting in the wind, though. You know, it's just like
No, I'm just saying that this is their one way to fight the AI
we
scourge.
need to all fight it. Everyone should be fighting it together.
Right.
I'm
No,
confused, though. What,
is
how do
saying,
you
hey,
mean?
look, no more scanning of actor.
Oh, actors. Gotcha.
Actors
Gotcha.
Too late, man.
Yeah.
shit's
It's a little
too
late
late.
on some of them. Yeah.
You know.
No, I get it, but they're
Also-
saying this is one way to do it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
They already controlled that, though. That's the thing.
okay. So
But I
they're
mean,
really
I guess what you're
quickly-
saying, are they going to stop? Like, is it some kind of protest thing they're doing right now or
Yes.
something like that? Oh.
It's like we could all put pixels up on our face so that we couldn't be, sucked up by the AI. but it's too late. It's done.
Graph Webb tells us all
Cancel
do
Disney Plus. I don't want to
God's
start
work.
this trend here.
It's here
Thank you.
when it's
That's
here,
a
and we
badger.
love
That's trademark badger.
it. Badger. Oh, when he
You're not
does
allowed
that,
to
but you
say
know
that
what? That started
big-ass
over on
name.
WDW Pro and Valiant Renegade anyway. so
Trademark honey badger.
he's just making the rounds, my friend.
That's-
Thank you, Graph Webb.
That's gad sad.
All right, we're gonna put a pin in the super chats for now. We got a few left, but we'll come back to them because I know Paul is just chomping at the bit to talk about YouTube acquiring the rights to Oscars, and I had my little say about this before because I've griped about how difficult it was to watch the Oscars over the last few years. Because unless you have like a cable subscription or a dish subscription, it's almost impossible to watch terrestrial TV anymore, which I find redonkulous when it was free for most of my life to be able to just stick up some rabbit ears and get TV as long as, you know, my brother would sit there and stand on top of a chair and put his arm out like this and stick his leg out that way. And I'd be like, don't move, stay just like that. Paul knows what I'm talking about.
That is a shared experience for all of us. I'm just wondering if they'll leave the comments on.
Well,
Oh,
lot
that's
of
a good
people have
question.
been asking that. I think
Pardon,
they would
Paul?
because I did my video on it. It was fun.
Oh, I haven't seen your video yet.
I'm in a tux. You'll have to check it out.
Okay.
It
In
was
the
a fun
queue.
video to do, but I think what's been more instructive is the comments, not negative towards my video. They all loved it, as they should. It was more in the sense that the people on YouTube have already disconnected themselves with the corporeal linear TV world already, which includes the Oscars. So at least the people who are responding to me, there was a great antipathy to the whole idea to begin with. And it made me think that, well, initially, I think it's a good idea on behalf of the Academy, because the pool of potential, the audience is enormous. What did I say? 2.5 billion people. 30% of the online users are on YouTube. I mean, it's a potential terrific audience, and notwithstanding all the naysayers who I was getting, I think there's going to be an awful lot of interest, at least in the very first version. But we have no idea what version they're going to do, whether they're just going to broadcast the same old, or whether they're going to try to do something a little bit more digital. I think there's some, enormous possibilities. The fact that they're coming into our hood means there's going to be way more interest for those of us who comment on the entertainment industry to be involved. And I made some gags that Jeff Bridges is, before he presents Best Director, he's going to do Raid Shadow Legends, and Jennifer Lawrence is going to mention her Raycon earbuds. And the whole Oscars is going to be sponsored by Surfshark or DraftKings, So, I mean, that being said, YouTube, whatever engagement they make on it, are going to make money for themselves based on themselves. I mean, it's kind of.
And it's another thing. It's not just money. It's basically soft power. It's a corporation that's now taking over what used to be an institution granted from another corporation, but still it's something that's now moved into their platform, gripping into culture all the tighter.
Yeah, and I think the positive things is you might actually get movie makers and studios suddenly trying to pitch the 2.5 billion audience of YouTube. Like, we might actually get the change in the movies that we've been asking for. And you might get some very interesting, individuals who understand this medium creating movies for the people who watch this medium. I threw up a chart that went back 30 years, and guess which Oscar show was the most popular in the past 30 years? And I'll tell you now, the one that featured Titanic.
That was my guess.
Yes. And sorry, Paulie, I'm sure and
That's all right.
And if you follow the chart and you start looking at the popular shows and you start going, well, what movies were on that year and also up for an Academy Award, the chart really follows quite accurately the popularity of those movies.
Right.
So there's things that I didn't mention it in the video, but there are things that YouTube might do, and they could say no more winners like Parasite or that Russian prostitute movie that just won. Like
or they
that's
could do
not-
the opposite and say more of those because now they're on a worldwide.
No. They have to
platform.
be popular. People have actually fucking had to see them.
Yeah, I agree with
Sorry,
that.
I
That
hate to say that. I know that they talk about it
Yeah,
should
but
be a
they don't think
popularity
that we're
contest.
watching for the
Oh,
wrong
it does have
reasons,
to be a
Paul.
popularity
I
contest.
agree with you. I agree with you, Paul. But my point is they don't see the reasons why it's having a problem.
Well, that's the reason nobody is watching the films that are. We watch the awards because we want to see the films that we've seen, and it's kind of we have our own personal contest, and we used to have like little charts that we would like follow as we were watching the Oscars to see which one of our guesses actually won and which one.
Yeah, we do
We're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, you throw in some money and you fill out the charts. You had Oscar parties. Yeah,
Oscar
was
party.
so
So
much
I
fun.
think
we haven't done
YouTube.
that in years, man.
Yeah, part of YouTube's challenge in 3 years is not just to get their act together and figure out how it's going to work online. And I'm saying they should get as many of the people who live and breathe here, the Grace Randolphs, the Critical Drinkers, you guys, everybody should be more involved and less entertainment tonight because they don't understand what we're on about. I mean, the benefit to YouTube is that everyone here works for free. So there is terrific upside for them to get the entertainment cloud that we have here on the ball. But the other benefit is that there actually might be a change of guard, that a lot of the actors out there, this could be the difference between moving from silent movies to talkies. There's going to be a whole bunch of old guard that will not understand what's happening here and are going to look goofy and dumb. Whereas there's going to be a whole generation of new actors and actresses who do get what's going on here. They're going to fit what's going on. But the big challenge is, how do you get in 3 years, you can't guarantee it, popular movies that can be nominated, because we know from evidence that that's why we watch the Oscars. What is it that YouTube can do to try to encourage?
They're not going to have to, at least for now, because they got a few years before this takes effect.
4 years.
But you know
Yeah,
what's going to happen this
2029.
year? I got a prediction for this year's Oscars. Sinners is going to win. So that means a popular film is going to win again, and they're going to get a decent audience this year, and they're going to see that.
It's not popular enough, though. But yes, I agree with you.
It
Oh, it's
ticks enough
popular.
boxes.
It ticks enough boxes. It was popular enough. People like it.
Yeah.
It's also going to, be a movie that most people can agree on. Now, I get it. I'm in the minority on it. I was one of the few people that hated it. I liked it better the first time I saw it when it's called From Dusk Till Dawn. So that being said, that's what's going to happen this year, and they're going to get a little uptick in viewership because of that, I think. And there is a couple other movies that have come out that I think will get nominated that people have actually seen. Because I don't disagree with you, Paul. That's been the Oscars problem since English Patient Zero, as I've pointed out before. It was the Weinsteins that fucked the Oscars.
And I've said that too.
Yeah, and I agreed with you on that, and that has been my thesis for a while, that English Patient Zero started everything. And since then, that's one of the reasons why Titanic was probably one of the most popular ones, because that was a year that you had a nomination for a movie that people actually saw again for the first time in a few years.
And
Plus,
loved
you
it.
had Celine Dion singing, which was you had the perfect trifecta of everything going on with it. And it was also the peak of cinema. And I know a lot of people, you look back now, I'm going to tell you right now, you know what the peak time of cinema was? 1977 to 1997. If you want to go a little farther out, you could probably say like 1995 to like 2000. But regardless, that's like the peak years. Why? Because that's when they figured out the summer blockbuster all the way up through Titanic. And after that point on, it's pretty much all downhill from there. Sure, you had, the Lord of the Rings and a few other things after that. But once the superhero craze comes in, that's it. Cinema is dead, kids. Martin Scorsese was not wrong. I get everything that he was saying. Like, we don't go to movies anymore. We go to events. We go to avatars, right? That's what we go to. We don't go to an actual fucking... When's the last time you saw a movie like Chinatown?
We're in agreement. I think the challenge is that Hollywood has lost the ability to do both of those things at the same time.
Exactly.
That they make a challenging movie that people actually want to see. That is what has been lost. Not that they can't make spectacle, not that they can't even make challenging movies. It's
True.
the combo of the two that they've lost, like Rain Man. Okay, they can't do both at the same time. And Chinatown is a very good example.
Or even movies like Edward Scissorhands or something.
But that was, I don't know how popular that was.
Yeah.
It was pretty popular enough. But but I get what Chris is saying, like more mainstreamish kind of films. But like I've pointed this out to you now, Paul, too, which is sad, is if they tried to make Rain Man now, it would star two nobodies and be on Netflix and get buried. Nobody would have seen it. That's the problem.
I want to go back to Sinners and One Battle After Another because
that'll be the other one, yeah.
Because this is an identity crisis Hollywood's having, and I think it's coming to a head, right? Because I actually don't think Sinners is going to take the top prize.
No, it's going to be
political, and they're going to give it to.
It could be that other one. You're right, Paulie, but yeah,
because of Hollywood's TDS right now. And
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
when I reviewed One Battle After Another, I was like, "This is Hollywood's socialist wet dream. It hits all the check boxes. You got black women, you got anti-ICE, you got Latinos being saved by this and that. I mean, and it's done by one of their favorite white guy directors, because they really can't control Ryan Coogler, even though he's kind of one of them, but he's not. Right?
He's saving humanity like Avatar is from Trump.
Yeah. So this is an identity problem, and the big problem is that no one's going to the movies.
Well, did anyone see it?
I mean, One Battle After Another did make over 200 million worldwide.
Oh, it did. Okay,
but it had a huge $150 million budget. And
Leo had a weird deal where he got, was it net or whatever?
Yeah, he's got some net, and on PTA, the director, they're gonna give it all to him, man, because he's been vying for this for decades. He's never won. There Will Be Blood, Boogie Nights, etc., etc.
I see where you're coming from, but he's also white. So like that's the other thing that I get where you're coming from. And this movie could be the upset. You could be right,
but I don't think it's absolutely one of the worst films for me that I saw this year.
It's going to win. There's no question.
It's going to win.
It'll probably come down to a race thing, though, right? So the people sinners are going to say
that's the identity problem that I'm telling you.
Yeah, exactly. They should have never put that DEI stuff in there.
But see, at least Coogler knows how to entertain people.
Yeah.
Because he's got there's messages in Sinners.
PTD used to know how.
Yeah, but I mean, Coogler, for everything you can say about him, he entertains people.
Yeah.
Well, the whole point is that so the Oscars, and Paul's right, they got to get back to nominating movies that people actually want to fucking see. But now Hollywood's got to make movies that are actually decent again.
Well, that's the identity problem. Is that they're coming to a head because there's so many problems. I mean, you brought up the SAG putting out a release. Well, welcome to the fucking party, dude. What do you think actors are gonna do? Not take work because you don't scan my face. Okay, well you're gonna miss this job that can pay your health insurance for the next 5 years. Fuck that. I'm signing up. You scan my face. They're so out of touch with working actors. What I really like to see, and I'm seeing it, is independent filmmakers and actors now. What they're doing is they're making their own movies. They're doing their own projects. They're trying to figure out AI and putting it in there, as excruciating as it is, because these motherfuckers, these studios they're really trying to control every aspect of that. So look out, guys. But yeah, back to that identity problem, Tom, and you're gonna see it where it's half this Trump deranged syndrome, half hey, we got to entertain guys. You guys, this is what we talked about this a few weeks ago. They gave Tom Cruise the Lifetime Achievement Award, and he didn't broadcast it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He just dropped his new trailer.
And so I had said, like, you guys have this huge YouTube channel. Yeah. All you had to do was press live. And they didn't, right? And they put it up after the fact, and of course it's got all these hits. But That is
I commented on my video. Do you know the first time the ABC went outside of linear television to broadcast it, their show last year, for the first time in its history, it put it also simulcasted on Hulu. These people are morons.
they're out of touch.
It's true.
They're just in their bubbles, man. You know that.
Oh yeah,
You
no, I
know,
know that, but I mean, it's
and
outrageous that
I
they
mean,
haven't been
look
doing this.
look at the crap. The crap that I've been fighting on my channel is the constant terrible representation that Hollywood does. Jessica Chastain's coming out with a new movie that got greenlit, where she is like some wealthy socialite, and she falls in love with an undocumented dancer.
Yeah. Isn't she the one that they just canceled the movie where she's
On
chasing people
on
for
Apple.
making social media posts or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, Apple has buried that movie.
But
she is. I can't wait for Hollywood to stop trying to make her a thing, because she's never gonna be Jessica Chastain. I'm sorry, honey.
I like her. I like her.
I've never
I'm
liked her
just
in
saying-
anything.
That's a matter of taste. But I'm talking about how Hollywood sees things. They're so out of touch, and they think that that it's the opposite. We're leading the way, and yeah, I mean, it's a fucking joke, man.
Yeah. We can disagree about Jessica Chastain, but I totally agree with what you just said, Paulie.
I mean, I was thinking about this, and Alejandro's a friend of ours, Montoya Marin. What he was able to do with the Unexpecteds, that's what I'm talking about. Right? You're able to have your diverse cast. You're able to you're able to entertain an audience, and it's not based on any type of agenda. You're not talking down the audience. This man knows how to entertain people, and he's a young director.
And here he is, right
there. Well, I mean, he's also a member of he's been a supporter of Midnight's Edge for years.
And he's we've had him on several times. It's always an awesome. And he says right now, support indie films. Indeed.
And that's my other point with my video. I think indie films might get a leg up with YouTube doing the Oscars.
Well, I go back to I had a conversation with Alejandro yesterday, and I sent him that Jessica Chastain trailer. I'm like, would you fucking believe this? It's going to be 2026, and they're still making movies about Latinos like this. This is what I'm talking about. Like it's this creative control bubble, but it's also at the same time a lack of creative vision for the future, and then also too, entertaining the whole time, because you can have your ideas about Sinners, but it entertained a lot of people. I love the music. I love the music.
Lee is playing the Latino in that Chastain movie.
What's that?
At least Simu Liu is playing the Latino in the Chastain movie.
Too bad it's not Melissa Barrera. Oof.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
I'd watch that.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I'd watch some of these super chats.
Yes, sir.
I think that Tom had to drop out, so we have one addressed for him. So we'll wait. Oh no, Tom is there. Kilechi Oki asked for $5. Tom, do you know where I can find the Batman 66 complete series box set in 4K? All I can find is Blu-ray. Also, why aren't we streaming on Green? To begin with Batman 66 in 4K. I didn't know it was in 4K. Is it?
It's not. That's the answer.
That's why you can't find it.
Blu-ray
It probably
fine.
won't be. I mean, yeah, for the most part, the quality of the Blu-ray, it's fine. I don't know. It would take probably another huge deal like it did to get this one out in the first place, to get the 4K release. And then they probably have to rescan them again if they didn't scan them in 4K. Though, I'm assuming Warner Brothers did the scan, and they probably did scan them in 4K. You're just going to have to wait until they decide to get around to it if they have the license.
There's Yellow Flash saying something in the chat, Tom.
What's he saying here? I don't see it here. Oh, there is. There is no 4K. The Blu-rays look. Yeah, there's no. At least at this point, I don't think they will. But if they do, it'd probably be the next couple years. Yeah. And then Hyper Guyver says, since we're approaching Yule, did I say it right? I'd recommend there's
You
something
said
in the
it
barn.
right. He wrote it right. He wrote it wrong, but yeah, it's Yule. Yes.
Yeah, don't forget the portage and butter, or the Nice tomate tomte will be angry. Yeah, I'm sure I fucked that up though.
Yeah, and he recommends there's something in the barn. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because you have to basically give it porridge. You have to leave that out for him, or the goblin's going to be very angry with you. So don't forget that. And
Mark's- go
Marksman of 117B, also says, I recommend Home Stallone 2. Great YouTube music video. I have to check. Oh, I forgot to answer about the Green Machine. There was a technical snag, so I was blocked from creating a stream today. Should be back again on Monday. Just a technical glitch.
This is a YouTube
happened before, I'm
exclusive
sure
in
it'll
honor
happen
of the
again.
Oscars. This is a YouTube exclusive stream.
Yes. Exactly. Celebrating YouTube today. We'll be
I mean-
celebrating Rumble again on Monday.
And really fast, they kind of, all the award shows now are announcing their nominations for the last several years on YouTube. It's a great move, and we get to react and all that good stuff. It's like put it on YouTube, man. This is where everyone is at. It's not, unfortunately, in Paul Chato's network television anymore.
YouTube honestly is so ubiquitous too, because in my video production world, one of the sales pitches is the second biggest search engine behind Google is YouTube. That's where everybody's going there.
I
Too
would say
bad that they broke it completely, and YouTube is worthless for searching. But that's a different matter.
Good
I would
point.
say that I'm one of the few people with some network experience that I think who's also fairly lucid with regards to YouTube. That Paulie can argue. I
mean, lucid.
It's debatable.
You're my lovable Jewish uncle.
I'm the house Jew here.
You're the
And moving on with the super chats, Marksman of 117B also said, Home Stallone 2 would make a great parody film. Yeah, it would indeed. And Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle sent in a super sticker for $2. We thank you so much for that. And Barry the Music Man, Chato, host the Oscars would be the gayest Oscars. Yes, it's the gayest Oscars
My
ever, I
audition
guess.
tape is up online now.
We're gay for Hollywood. That's what he'd come on singing.
Yeah.
Is this the
gayest and we are-
Oscars
listen,
ever?
That's what we need.
I
It's the
suffered
gayest
so
ever
much.
because Paul is singing.
I suffered so much gay onslaught last night on Midnight's Edge After Dark. I mean,
Oh.
it was not even funny, guys.
We all knew what
That's
you
why
were
you're
up to.
wearing a
He
sash,
claimed he was going to,
red
it's so
cowboy hat.
convenient. He was going to a movie he already saw, dressed like a gay porn star. We're like, you liar! You're not going to a movie.
I'm just a festive. I'm
Festive,
bringing a
my
holiday
ass.
cheer, dude. Holiday
Yeah.
cheer.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a moment.
No, yeah, I can see where Paul is coming from there. People do dress in red for Christmas, and we do have to move on here.
We just have to pick on him.
Panelist.
But
Chinatsky
Schnotsky says,
support Tom Kunkel, everyone. Indeed.
yes, Tom Conkle, good friend of the channel, support him, and of course Alejandro as well. And he says, I swear to God, we did not plan this. You sure?
It's true, we didn't.
We didn't. I just put the link in the chat really quick. Do something this weekend. Want to see a something different, a good funny film. Chato recommends as well. Go see The Unexpecteds on iTunes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Worth every penny, guys.
Kalekioki also sends in 5 to say, is Wonder Woman 77 in the same situation? Yes. I'm not buying a Blu-ray player. Waste of money. Can a PS5 play Blu-rays? Yes. As long as you have the disc drive one. Yes. It also plays 4K
I also-
Blu-rays.
Joke, since you're asking about where you can get it in 4K, then I take it you mean 4K discs, which I take it to mean then you must have a physical player. This may be a surprise, but that will also play Blu-rays.
I think he's
And
asking because he
DVDs.
has a PS5. That's probably why. Did
Well, I'm
Andre
pretty
freeze?
sure I don't have a PS5, but I'm pretty sure no. Not
Oh,
that
you're
I
on
know of.
delay. That's for sure.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I think he's
Anyway,
asking because yes, a lot of people don't realize that if you have a 4K Blu-ray player, this is what Andre's trying to say. I think it will play Blu-rays, it will play DVDs,
Yes.
it will generally play CDs. The PS5 will not play CDs though. Keep that in mind for some dumb fucking reason.
That's so stupid.
But it will play
Yeah.
DVDs,
but it
Blu-rays,
will
and
play
4Ks. yeah.
Blu-rays, assuming it has a disc drive. You have to have the disc version.
Ah,
That's
Christmas
holiday
cheer.
cheer, guys.
That's
right?
it.
That's how you
I
do it.
love it.
Okay, that's how you do it. Me and Chris Gore bringing the joy and love.
I love
Nope.
the Pabst Blue Ribbon sweater.
I know it's pretty funny. No gay holiday cheer, no gay edition.
Are you kidding me? That's gay all the way.
Gay.
Come on, man. Come on, have yourself a Mexican little Christmas.
I agree. That's very straight right there. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Now, if they had their hands around the other's waist, then
No. See, why do you guys go perverted?
I'm sorry, the hat brings up the gay factor by 500%.
It's a Christmas pirate hat.
it's perfect.
Exactly. It's a Christmas butt pirate hat.
No, I know it's a butt pirate.
You stepped in that, Wally. You stepped in that. Yeah.
It's so mean.
You
You're so
did.
mean.
It looks like a cowboy. You look like a cowboy.
I know. I mean, come on.
Christmas cowboy.
Come on.
I
man.
want to be a cowboy.
Tom is just jelly
You
because he
can be
couldn't
my
make it. party.
cowgirl. Oh, I
wasn't
wish I
invited.
could pull that off. Yeah.
We would love for you to. We missed Dante there because he moved out of state.
Yeah.
We had Derek the DA was there. It was and friends. It was great, man. It was great. Just wanted to share that.
Yeah. I have to say that my trip to LA and joining you guys was so much fun.
Loved
Then we
having
got
you, man.
Pilgrim
No
Media
gay.
says, I will
No gay.
never get rid of my PS4 Pro 4 gig SSD.
Nice.
Yeah, the PS3 and the PS3 was probably one of the best media machines you could find. PS4 was not
cool.
too bad. PS5 I haven't really dabbled with much. I know it plays 4Ks.
Well, it's the
and
best
whatnot.
PS4 you can get.
It is. You're not wrong. That's pretty much it. And then we got Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle who says the Brokeback Mountaineers. That sounds like a good name for him. I'm just kidding. Just picking on Paulie. We got to pick on Paulie. And then Pack and Proton says Romania is planning an epic 1.1 billion Dracula land. Interesting. That sounds like it's right up your alley, Andre.
Hope it doesn't suck.
Oh, maybe we'll have to plan a trip and all go to the Dracula land.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It
gonna wear
better
a
be
turtleneck.
around Castle Dracula.
Gay tamale Polly. Oh my God, that's funny.
Uh-oh. You
Tamale
gotta stop looking
Polly.
at the chats, Polly.
And then Romy just
That would put it into the area bordering
Did you say
Hungary and Romania, which would make it Szechenyi. We
Yeah.
could go together and I could translate for you.
That
Oh,
would
there
be
you go.
awesome. Let's do it.
all right. I
Sounds
think
like
I'm
a
gonna have to
plan.
retire the
Yeah.
hat. Romy doesn't like it.
Oh, the
That's
girl
so
said she didn't
funny.
like it. Haha. And then
It's
Barry
a
the Music
Christmas
Man.
time. She says it's
Come in
odd
here.
as fuck.
He says, Polly, starring as the gay caballero.
There goes the hat.
There
Yeah,
goes the hat.
that's a sign that we do have to round out here.
Okay,
It is,
so-
it is indeed.
And finally,
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
yeah, and the false god leads the sleeping masses, says for €6. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Ursula the Liar? Ursula von der Leyen, I guess. Yeah, that is a tragedy, especially for those of us living in Europe. But that's
Yeah, you're going to have to clue us in on what this is for those who aren't up to speed.
well, Ursula von der Leyen is the unelected head of the EU because the EU is not a democracy in any way, shape, or form. It's just forcing regulations down the head of the populace of all of Europe, including us countries that voted no to it twice. So yeah, screw Darth Ursula. I'm guessing that that must be the one here. But I do know that Chris, in particular, has to be leaving. We had a couple of super chats here. I don't think we can hold you any longer. So, Chris, thanks for joining us. Any
Man, I had a
offers
great
on,
time. I've got to go and get my gear together. I understand that General Jenny Carnigan is ready for war with Canada. So I guess I need to gear up for that, Paul.
Gear up for what?
She says you guys are ready for war. I saw it in the news yesterday. Your
Okay.
top general of Canada.
Who's
Oh,
Canada
that,
going to
yes.
war with?
That's what their own people, I would guess.
I
Well,
don't
probably
know.
you guys because you're Trumpist or something. But yeah,
Maybe. Yeah.
I think
I'd
It is
love
what
to
it
see
is.
Canada try to invade Wisconsin. That'd be
it
hilarious.
was saber rattling.
The saber rattling. Speaking of, check out bleedingfool.com. I mean, we've got all the news that's fit to skip. And I'm hoping you guys have a great weekend. Paulie, I love the hat. I'll try and have some red on next week for you guys. And
Thank you.
again,
Thank you.
anything that Bleeding Fool can do to lift. Oh, that's cute. Anything
Did we get
Bleeding
this
Fool
one?
can do to
No.
lift your efforts to get monetized, let me know. See you, fellas.
Yeah. Take care. And then we got Excellent Seller who says, message deleted by Mossad.
yeah. But we
Oops.
thank you for the 20 krona anyway.
And
Yeah.
then Pack and Proton says, is that Polly image when the Blue Oyster music starts playing? Yes.
I mean, who knew that my gay hat would bring in so much money?
Careful,
I
we get in
mean, I
trouble.
guess I'm gonna have to wear this in my Christmas party Monday.
I think you are.
We're doing our Christmas stream Monday
That's
after
true,
Midnight's
yeah.
Edge.
Awesome. Yeah, cool. Be sure to check
You have
that.
to have
I'm going to try to make it.
Yeah, we're
you
gonna
to be
have
topless with a
some
leather
live-
vest. With
Chado will be there. Hopefully, Tom, other friends hopping in. Hopefully, Andre,
Yeah.
and
do my best to be
live
there.
music. I'm gonna have.
Awesome. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Paul has a big collection of assless chaps. Of course, all chaps are assless. That's what I keep telling him.
Yeah. How else do you
But
buy it?
but Paulie, until
Yes.
the stream on Monday, what else should people be checking out over at Latinostat?
We got new reviews up on Anaconda, Avatar. I reviewed some of the trailers I saw in 3D, so those videos are up. And please make sure you subscribe to all our channels. Thank you.
So there you go.
Yeah.
And yeah. So Paul, what do you got going on? Anything coming up on appalling news?
Yep. Appalling news is I got way too much to process. But you can presently
It's
watch
processed
my
cheese.
YouTube captures the Oscars video and also join the conversation because YouTube is going to have to contend with the fact there's a lot of people who are either hostile to the idea or just don't care. But that could be just, our group.
Well, you reminded me that Hulu showed the Oscars last year and I watched it, but nobody gave a shit. Like, I mean, outside of Chris doing his show, nobody cares. Like, I think Chris's show got more notice than the
Probably.
actual Oscars.
It was certainly better than the Oscars.
Well, yeah, but that's because he
Yeah.
had a bigger cast than the Oscars. did.
Anyways, yeah, so I invite you to watch the video. It's actually a positive take on
Yeah. I look forward to seeing that video and check back later because we will also drop a video on the Oscars. It's already recorded and in the can, so it's just awaiting editing that I'm sure Tom is looking eagerly forward towards.
That sly bastard. Did you hear that shit?
Oh,
He
you've
just
been doing
basically
it.
guaranteed my whole day is going to be shot now.
I don't feel sorry for you. That's called work. Get to work.
I know.
I do not feel sorry for you,
I should've
especially since
slept
all the
in.
gay bashing.
No, I'm not bashing the gays. I'm bashing you.
By calling me gay.
Well, gentlemen, we have to be
That's
off.
your
Tom
fault
has
for
to
taking
get back to
insulting.
work, and everyone else is somewhere else. We need.
Me
to be.
too.
I just want to
So,
show off
so-
my really cool
Oh,
CP ugly sweater.
Oh wow, nice,
There you
that's
go.
great, man.
very cool, very cool.
Nice. RoboCop.
Yeah.
It says
Everyone-
2025 on it.
Everyone, take care. Thanks for joining us
Bye, everyone.
today. Be sure to check back for more videos later on as we bring on the koalas in the.
Koalas in the rain, koalas in the rain, no fucks given. Koala, koala, koalas in the rain, koalas in the rain, no fucks given. Koala, koala, koalas in the rain, koalas in the rain, no fucks given. Koala, koala.
Take care, Tom. Love you.